Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails in the Sky 2nd Chapter, Part 84, also known as Erebonia is about to invade us edition. Last video, we repelled the invasion of Gransel by the Society and their Jaeger army, but we didn't have any time to rest because we heard Erebonia is about to invade us, and now we're up at Hakan Gate and going to negotiate and see if we can get them to leave us the fuck alone. Your Highness, what are you... Oh, look at her, dude. Please leave the rest to me. But your Highness? And what are they doing here? We're the royal bodyguards, sorta, temporarily. Should the worst happen, we'll protect Claudia, we swear. I may be inexperienced as a negotiator, but this is, however, the proper time for me to step forward and assume my duties as heir. Morgan, please. As you wish, your Highness. Just keep in mind who you're going out there to parley with, my princess. If anything happens, be ready to run for the gate. I understand. Seems I'll be trading words with someone else now, I'm afraid I don't recognize you, though your bearing is quite noble. This is the first time we've met, sir. I'm Claudia von Oslis, Princess of Libro, granddaughter to the Queen, and newly invested heir to the throne. Forgive my impertinence, your Highness. I am Zex Vander, your Highness, Lieutenant General of the 3rd Division of the Imperial Army. Yes, word of your accomplishments in battle has reached even us, General Vander. Hey, is that guy famous? It's One-Eye Zex. He's one of the best field commanders Erebonia has. Also, the name Vander seems familiar. Is Muller? Is he a Vander? I can't remember. I may be so bold, your Highness. I've actually seen your pictures before. Have you cut your hair recently? Now that I look, your face is familiar, but it's a bit embarrassing. I cut it for the investor ceremony. Consider it a little girl's way of showing her resolve to take up a burden too heavy for her. Hardly, Princess Claudia. It looks very good at— Oh my god, dude. He's freaking working the moves. Allow this servant of the Empire to congratulate on you becoming heir to the throne. Thank you, General. Well then, what brings the Princess of Libro here? Are you here to raise protest against us like my good colleague Morgan? That is not my intent. I'm sure our neighbors in Erebonia must be terrified at the moment. The darkness at night, the cold, the complete shutdown of communications. Believe me, I know how any one of these things can inspire terror in people. What I ask for is for you to consider your actions. Consider what would happen if your forces were to enter our country. You may say that large portions of the Empire are disordered at the moment. I assure you, in every part of Libro it is worse. And while we no longer bear Erebonia ill will, many of our citizens are agitated and afraid. I cannot bear it if the good intentions of our allies are misunderstood. But as you can see, we're investigating these strange events as quickly as we were able to. Furthermore, we have managed to suppress most of the activities of the aforementioned criminal group on our own. And so I ask, for the sake of continued friendship between Erebonia and Libro, a relationship we highly value, give us a little more time, General. We will make this right. Pretty words, with a last sound and fury signifying nothing. Is that? That's, yeah. Wait. Highness? I mean, I knew he was important, but... You are relieved, General. As you wish, your Highness. What? I mean, I kind of figured he was nobility, but not, like, heir, or whatever he is. You have got to be shitting me. I believe this is our first formal acquaintance, Princess Claudia. I am Oliver Reyes Arnor, a son of His Majesty Emperor Ugent III. What? One of the sons? He's an Imperial Prince? Sure, did you know about this? You're kidding, right? I thought he was some sort of agent for the Imperial Intelligence. Oliver Reyes Arnor. I recognize the name, but I don't know the man. Even though I am a prince, I am little more than a royal bastard. I rarely attend the public matters of state, so I am unsurprised you do not know my face. It does still sting a little, though, I fear, for the lovely girl who was once to be my bride to not even know my face, an arrow of my heart. What? There are no other words. I see, that's what Colonel Richard had in mind back then. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. He was gonna marry her off to someone in Erebonia. I'm so sorry, I was unaware. Allow me to apologize for the slight against you. Well, I do understand it was conducted without the Queen's consent. That sort of slight we can overlook. But this, no, Erebonia cannot overlook this. Dude, he just looks evil. Oliver, why? My enchanting princess? You are aware, I wonder, of a little rumor making its rounds across our great empire? I don't believe I am. Allow me to tell you then. Rumor has it that immense structure in the distance is Libel's new weapon. What? Libel has developed a groundbreaking new weapon that allows them to stop horrible energy. They intend to use it to make us pay for the war 10 years ago. It is a rumor which finds fertile ground in the ears of our citizens and leadership. It can't be. That's absolutely untrue. We would never. Then you can prove it, yes? Prove that it's a misunderstanding? If you cannot, then we must act upon the evidence of our senses. Indeed, if rumors are true, this is a monstrous betrayal of all civilization, using the pact to hide your intentions. What choice we have, then, but to be defenders of the free world? Okay, what in the hell is this, Oliver? Estelle? Estelle? Oh, fuck him up, please. I can't just stand here and listen to you blather on as you please. Oliver, you know damn well what's going on here. Why are you being such a jerk? Estelle, wait. Have we met? You seem to know me, even if you did not get the name. Does he have a twin, maybe? Is it... I mean, it is Oliver, right? I mean, Oliver definitely seemed pretty evil when he was leaving there. Maybe he does just have a twin. I don't know. Huh? No, you lack the refinement of nobility. Yes, no matter how I look at you, you must be nothing more than a commoner. So who are you? Okay, fine then. You want to play dumb no matter what? You aren't the only one who can bust out a surprise. Oh? My name is Estelle Bright. I'm a B-rank... Are we a B-rank bracer? Apparently. I'm involving myself in this dispute as a neutral arbiter. Yo, if we had gotten... I'm surprised it actually like recognizes that like what rank you are. Estelle? Ah, I see. You're a bracer. B rank. That would make you a veteran bracer. You can be trusted with arbitration of this scope, but trying to say you can't trust a bracer's word, Prince Olivert? Not at all. Forgive me. So what do you intend to do about our little situation, neutral arbiter? From the evidence, I judge that Erebonia's claim is false. The floating city is not a Liberian weapon. I swear to it in the honor of the Bracer Guild supporting Gauntlet. Oh, in the honor of the Guild's emblem itself, a bold statement. Certainly a statement from the Bracer Guild holds enough weight that it cannot be ignored outright. However, I shall pose the same question to you then, Miss Bright. What is the evidence of this claim? Evidence? What we've seen for ourselves. The group which made the floating city appear is a criminal society of Ouroboros, which is still operated in Liberal. We of the Guild have been cooperating with the Royal Army to try and stop the society's operations. Heck, if you like, we can have records of everything forwarded to the Imperial government. That would certainly satisfy our need for evidence against Liberal's possible malfeasance. However, you have, I think, missed a key point, Miss Bright. Assuming then that the perpetrators are the Society of Ouroboros, are Liberal and the Guild capable of putting a stop to this crisis? Well, if you do not, then the Empire will not sit here wringing its hands. The weapon we have brought, including the cannons of our tanks, all use gunpowder. Would that not be perfect for laying siege to and destroying this little rogue city of yours? You've got to be joking. What'll cannons do against something that big? You never know until you try, Miss Bright. Regardless, I can say one thing for sure. We do not have the ability to put a stop to our goodwill, or our need to defend ourselves. Dude, this is exhausting. Well then, Prince Olivert, would action suffice? If we can prove that we can, even in the circumstances, do something about that city, would you give us the time to do so? Well, I suppose that for some time at least, civility would force our hands, My prince? Calm down, General. Consider it the bare minimum of courtesy to a minor power we have a pact with. This assumes they can even prove anything. I'm like really confused. Is this Oliver or is this not? So then, if you can show me you have some hope of stopping all this, our forces will withdraw. On the crest of the Golden Stallion, my name is a member of the Arnar family, I swear. Good, that came through loud and clear. Oh god, another twist? That voice. Is that... I don't know, dude. Now you're really kidding me. Dad? Wait, what? Is this what the professor's been working on, is making the aerosol work? Because if nothing else, I mean, that thing can probably fuck up all these wimpy-ass tanks, if it works. This is our proof, men of Erebonia. Feel free to feast your eyes upon it. So we can get to the city now. Cassius Bright? It's been a while, Zex. They finally gave you a second star, I see. That's beside the point. Why are you here? And what is that ship? How is it capable of flying? That, unfortunately, is a national secret. Rather like those steam engine tanks of yours, I would say. So this is the aerosol, is it? You must be the famed Cassius Bright. I believe this is the first time we've had an audience, Your Highness. Strange, though. I feel as if we've met somewhere before. How curious, General Bright. I was just thinking the same thing. Okay, so this isn't Oliver then, right? Because Cassius said he knew Oliver. Like, when we met him at Layson Fortress that one time, like, briefly, he and Oliver, like, basically said, like, it's good to see each other again, or something like that. So, I guess it's like a twin situation? How very curious, isn't it, though? Or maybe they're just fucking around, I don't know. This game. It's so good. Miss Bright, Princess Claudia, I am a proud member of the Erebonian Imperial family. I will keep my word. General, have all our forces withdraw from this area immediately. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he's just playing a big act. You can never know what Oliver's thinking, dude. You have our gratitude, Prince Olivert. Still though, my dear citizens will doubtlessly not be satisfied with the mere possibility of being presented to them. Perhaps I could board the aerosol and absorb for myself? Fuck no. Prince Olivert? Maybe it is, I don't know. I can't decide. Maybe it's like some 4D chest where he pretends to be evil, knowing that Cassius is gonna come in, and so that like he can, I don't know. I mean, I could see this being like part of like a master plan, right? If he and Cassius have been in contact. I'm trying to work it through in my head, right? Like, because him coming here, pretending like he doesn't know us, right? And being all like evil, knowing that was gonna rile up Estelle, and that she'd come out and challenge it and everything, and then they knew that Cassius would come in right on time to give us the out for like, oh yeah, we can take care of the Oriel, because it was probably like the Empire wanted to invade regardless, and Oliver just like takes control of it, like to kind of knowing that he can settle the dispute without actually having to invade and save face at the same time. Princess Claudia, shall we? Of course, I see no reason to object. I'm sure this only further strengthened the bond of friendship between Erebonia and Liberal. Welcome aboard, Prince Olivert. He's still a bastard. Prince Oliver, what have you done? You finally stride onto the public stage for the first time in ages, and you engage in this charade? Well, I suppose you're a little too transparent in the end, Transparent like air? I think that a Prince of the Empire would plan something like this in Liberal. Muller, how could you let this happen? That was another thing, is like, I was like, Muller doesn't seem like the one to, you know, like he'd have to be underarmed as well. And he doesn't seem like the big fan of deception. Forgive me, Uncle, but do you really think this idiot would listen to even if I asked him to stop? Okay, so they are related. I thought his name was Vander. There are elements of this which do not sit easily on my conscience. I learned all about the truth behind Hamel during this mess. So you did know. How could he not know? Even back then, he was a critical part of the military chain of command. My shame is... No, Zex, I do not blame you. There's a subjection of the Warhawks. I know you had nothing to do with it. A scandal so vile that information about it had to be tightly controlled. I do not agree with the logic, but I understand it. Seal up that which stinks and bury it forever. Those who rule remain in power unblemished. However, I cannot allow the same trick to be played twice. Prince. Zex, you realize it yourself, I'm sure. The incredibly fortuitous addition of the steam tanks to our arsenal, the convenient orders to sortie, every bit of it has the fingertips of the blood and iron Chancellor himself, Goliath Osborne. He is in contact with Ouroboros. I no longer doubt it. And personally, I find the idea of a Chancellor whose first loyalty is not to the Empire rather repugnant. Don't you? My prince, you can't possibly. But I do indeed. The former military man who has become the Empire's central politician after rising to prominence 10 years ago, the cold-blooded yet bold reformer who laid rails throughout the Empire and has annexed many of our neighbors through force of arms, I have decided to slay the beloved monster which has made its nest in our Empire. You may call all of this my declaration of war. Unbelievable. Prince, do you even realize what you're attempting to accomplish? I like to tell myself I do, at least. He is not only politically strong, but he has de facto control of easily 7/10 of the military. Putting aside neutral people like yourself who all stand against him, all who stand against him are the nation's feudal lords, and their influence weakens by the day. Worse still, my father's trust in him is nearly absolute. But if you resolve the issue in Liberal, then you've got a friend who could maybe help with this looming civil war. The very picture of a monster, I would say. Then why are we even... Is it not obvious? Because the way he acts is not beautiful. What? My eyes are open as I traveled Liberal. People and countries are at their greatest when they are proud of themselves. And I wish for my people, my fatherland, to feel the same pride. To be proud of accomplishments, not conquest. I hope you can understand, Zex. My prince, you've become quite a man. As they say, only an unwatched pot will boil. It's been 7 years since you took me under your wing to teach me what you knew, Zex. I simply learned to apply what you taught when you weren't looking. Indeed. Very well, I will pull all my forces back. I must remind you, however, that the 3rd Division was merely the vanguard. Osborne is mustering another 10 divisions at the capital. 3 days and then they march. That's your deadline. Yes, we will act with all haste, Zex. Muller, you're going with Prince Oliver to take it? Things go poorly, bring him back, even if you have to drag him by his collar. That won't be the first time. I imagine I'll have to do so either way. Okay, so Oliver's been redeemed. We were drawn to Parm. There we await new orders. It was just some 40 chests. I definitely didn't expect him to be like a freaking heir to the throne, though. I mean, I definitely knew he was like he was nobility and he was important, but didn't think he was gonna be that important. Granted, it made it sound like he's not like the sole heir, right? He's just like one of them. Really though, no one trusts me, it seems. My lamentations truly are ceaseless. Of course they don't, you nitwit. Even I didn't think you had something like this in you. As they say, if you're going to play your cards, throw in all your chips. Besides, you certainly did a good job in arranging all the pieces. You could say we are partners in crime, confederates of love, bees of a flower who have shared the sweetest honey. I am armed, Oliver. Oliver? Estelle, brilliantly done. Brilliantly done, my entire butt. Would you please explain what the hell's going on? Well, it's exactly as it looks. There was something rotten in the state of Erebonia. I simply dragged it onto the stage. The state of Erebonia, I get it. Haha. The stage, and the rest of us couldn't get a peek at the script? As they truly say, if you wish to deceive your foes, deceive your friends. Having the aerosol show up after you negotiate us into a corner? That was the plan Cassius Bright and I came up with. Okay, so it was 40 chests. Dad and Oliver, I should have known. Once Dad showed up, I thought that might be it. That was the idea, at least. And here comes the deceitful jerk number 2. That's a little cruel, don't you think? I was listening in by the phone. You handled those negotiations expertly. Thanks to you, the arrival of the aerosol had all the impact it needed. Listen in by... what? Of course, that artifact of yours. What artifact? Oh, his cellular device? Is that an artifact? I thought that was just like an orbital telephone. It'd be a little problematic if you heard about... A little too late on that score, Prince. Oh, it's Kevin. Yeah, where has Kevin been? I thought he was... Yeah, he hasn't been in our party. For some reason, I thought he was in our party this whole time, but yeah, he wasn't. Kevin's here too. And Julia as well. Your Highness, I heard about the attack on the capital. I'm very glad to see you're safe. Sorry, Julia, I can only imagine how worried you must have been. Well, part of it's my fault. If I had finished the aircel's upgrades, we could have come by to help out ourselves. Fortunately, Zero Field reinforcing the most advanced airship in the world took a while, if you can believe it. Still, glad to see everyone safe. Yeah, hang on. How is the aircel flying? You made a Zero Field generator big enough for the entire ship? Yup, indeedy. The ones I gave you are prototypes I'd whipped up to help design a large-scale version. I've been locked up in the aircel ever since you left, and now it's finally ready. So in other words, every last bit of this was set up by Dad. Come on, don't say like I'm a criminal. I simply did what I could to make it easy for you to act. You did this because you wanted to, yes? Well, technically, I guess, but... I don't quite get why you're here, though, Kevin. Alright, while I was at the cathedral, word came up from the Grail Knights higher up that they've been hitting the books. Got a good picture on what that kind of thing the Oreo is and how to end this mess. And once I told Cassius about this, I got hogtied and brought out here. Well, what? What the Oriel is? Yeah, so, it's bad news, dude. We think it's an artifact within the city that provides the whole thing with orbital power and helps control the flow of it. The Gospels are basically like distribution thingies for it? An ancient power source for a city? But then, why is it causing all our orbits to shut down? It's stealing the energy, dude. Now we're getting to guesswork, but a couple of really old legends talk about Oriel striking down threats to the Chosen, meaning all our modern orbits are being seen by it as threats to the Chosen, disabling any possible threat in its area of influence. It's a defense mechanism, essentially. It seems extremely likely, and really this gives us a ray of hope. Doing something about that entire city would be difficult at best due to its sheer size, but if we can find the actual Oriel somewhere within the city, we may be able to find a way to deal with it. That is an idea. That sounds like a plan, at least. Yes, it seems as though our final goal is well set for us. Final goal, dude. Maybe we can end this before 90 parts. We should board the Aerosol and make our way to the Flying City with all haste. The decision to use the Aerosol must come from the royal family. Princess, shall we? You don't need to ask. Captain Shores, prepare the Aerosol for launch. We are heading for the Flying City above Valeria Lake. At once, Your Highness. Dude, what kind of dungeon is an entire city gonna be, dude? And my Bracer fans, friends, please, everyone lend your aid to Libral in our hour of need. His mission will likely be the last one of this crisis. Well, saying like that's a question. Saying that like it's even a question if we'll go. This is something we should leave up to our leader. Leader? Estelle. I mean you, of course. What? Why so shocked, Estelle? We all do have our own stake in this, yes, but one way or another, we've just been tagging along on you on this wild ride. So in that sense, Estelle, you're definitely our leader. Well, still not quite ready for it? No, she is. No matter how grim it gets, Estelle never loses hope. Never loses hope. That light is always there to guide me, to guide us. That's why only Estelle could be our leader. Joshua, not helping! Estelle, your face is red as a beet. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Chloe, the guild accepts your mission. We'll find the Oriel in the Flying City and save Libral. Thank you. Thank you. So what about our orbments? Will they work on the city? Because I'm real tired of this only using physical attacks nonsense. Now I can get back to headquarters. You're not coming with us? I'm afraid I can't. We may have retreated for now, and I trust Zex to keep his word, but we can't ignore the larger Erebonian threat. It's not just a Khan Gate, they could use non-orbital powered vessels to invade by sea. I also wouldn't be surprised if the Society attempts another raid on Gransel. I can't leave the Royal Army with all this going on. I get it. I'll do my best, with Joshua and with everyone. So Dad, try not to kill yourself with work, okay? It'll be a struggle, but don't worry. And Joshua, let me give you this. What do we got? A letter. A letter? Call it a father's heart. It's between men, so it might be a little shocking for Estelle. Gentle reminder that I'm right here and still have my staff. I'll read it when I have time, Dad. Please do. Oh, for the love of... I seriously not get guy stuff like this. Don't be so harsh, Estelle. I'm taking some time off once this is over. I intend to spend a lot of time at home once I can. Estelle, make sure we can all share some almond rice then, alright? Yeah, you bet. So we're finally doing it. We're going to the final dungeon. And it seems like we're leaving some plot threads to poke at. Still, we still got the Erebonian invasion. I mean, Ouroboros, there's still a lot of mysteries. We don't know who the Grand Master is. We don't know where they've gotten all this technology from. How they even know about all this stuff. It's still very compelling. This game is so good. I mean, I'll talk about it more probably when we finish, but I've got a lot to say about. Hopefully the credits are long, dude, because I got a lot to say. Are you sure, Cassius? If you're that worried, you could have gone with him, you know? No, it's fine. Wiseman is even more dangerous than I thought he would be. If I accompanied them, I would simply be painting a target on their heads. Yeah, if you were out in the open, he'd shrug at you like shrug at your ankle like the snake he is. Price of fame, And it is madly frustrating, let me tell you. But of course, this also gives us a chance to strike. The game of truth and lies is the two of you try and read each other, eh? Speaking of lies, what do you think of the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Do you think the Blood and Iron Chancellor will really hold back? As powerful as he is, he can't gainsay an oath from Sir Oliver so easily. As long as you don't give them any more of an opening, I think we'll be safe. Also, Oliver came with us, right? That means we can use him. If we get our orbits back, I can't wait to use my boy again. Everything rests on the team aboard the Aerocell then. Lena and great benevolent Adios of the sky, shine down where your children must walk. Please. That beneath this enormous sky they might find the path they seek. I want to say peace for some reason. Okay, final. If you don't say final chapter, I'm about to friggin' chunk this computer. Dude, there's not even space on the notebook anymore. We'll keep going for a little bit. I guess we'll keep going until we get control of our character. I might have to cut it quits, because I'm not going to be able to beat the game today. So I think I'll just save this whole final area for tomorrow. That's the stabilizer wings restored. Helm, accelerate to full speed and set course to the floating city over the lake. Yes, ma'am. I'm hoping once we get on the city, the orbital effect will go away, and we'll be able to use our stuff again. We may need to engage them depending on the ferocity of the attack, but I want to prioritize landfall. Understood. Also, don't worry about mincing words. Regardless of our ranks aboard this ship, I am your gunnery officer, at your command. Understood. I didn't know Muller could man an orbital gunship. He trained in the Imperial... Oh, he's even back to his normal clothes. He trained in the Imperial Army's most advanced armored division. Despite his burly sword-swinging appearance, he is quite capable as a big gunner. I'm sorry my appearance doesn't match my skills. Oh, no, that's cool, actually. And, when did you get to change, Oliver, Prince Oliver? I thought you were coming aboard as a representative of the Empire. That, my friends, was but a front. However, once this is over, my search for love, freedom, and finery shall be at an end. Until then, at least, I wish to dress and be addressed as I please. To you, I shall always be Oliver. Dressing up for the funeral, eh? What would the people of Erebonia say if they knew? I cannot say I care in the slightest. How about it, my good reporters? Would you care for a scandalous tell-all interview with the Erebonian prince? Hang on, you serious? Ooh, I better get lots of pictures. Please, I beg you, do not take any of the nonsense coming from his mouth seriously. How come you two are coming along now? Oh yeah, why are you here? Well, if I may guess, Grandmother wished for you to ride along as you did during the incident with the dragon? Got it in one, Your Highness. Her Majesty put a good word in for us with Brigadier General Bright. He allowed us to come along as war correspondents. I get lots of pictures of you being amazing at the... I got lots of pictures of you being amazing at the gate, Princess Claudia. That'll be good. It'll, help establish legitimacy. How does she manage to suck the seriousness out of the room every time? Oh yeah, Grandpa, is our zero field generator okay? It's working fine for the moment. Assuming nothing happens, it should get us to that flying city easy enough. One sec. So if something does happen, all we got is prayers? Oh yes, without the generator, we crash, no question. The impact would surely kill us all instantly, or the subsequent explosion would. Professor, you really know how to calm a girl's fears. Thanks. Oh shit, dude. 5 ships on an intercept course? Ooh, what is this? Is this a new track? These look like high-speed interceptors that were docked on the Glorious. Oh yeah, the Glorious? We still have to deal with all that shit? Arm the main gun and maintain full speed. Target only the ships that obstruct our course. We will focus on breaking through. Yes, ma'am. Okay, no, we've heard this track before. It's just rarely used. I think it's used in, like, the opening, maybe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is used in the opening. It's a very good track, dude. So, I mean, isn't the Aerocell supposed to be, like, fast as fuck? Oh my god, dude. It's got the Death Star cannon. Okay, so the old steam engines I don't think stood a chance against this old bad boy. Bogies 1, 2, and 5 disabled. 3 and 4 disengaging. Hell yeah, they are. Scared as fuck. Goodness me, so this is what the future of aerial warfare looks like. The main gun is incredible. That's quite a bit of power, but virtually no recoil. Even for an orbital weapon, it's fantastically accurate. Of course it is. To be honest, I would have liked to have mounted some point defense guns with radar tracking as well, but, well, one project at a time, I suppose. Also, like, I wonder how they're able to get their orbital ships to work, right? Since I guess apparently it's it like discriminates based on what it considers a threat. It's there's still many questions that need to be answered. This is definitely one of those stories where for every answer you get 2 more questions pop up. And here comes the Glorious. Do you know anything about the performance or armament of that thing? Oh, so here's the Glorious. The Aerosol can easily outmaneuver and outrun it, but it has a gigantic main cannons and large batteries of point defense guns. There's no way we can attack it directly and live. Blast it. Turn to 4 o'clock at flank speed. Lux, get us over the city and avoid fire from the monster's main guns. Ooh, anime cutscene. Okay, so it's following us. I mean, it shouldn't be able to keep up with us at all. Like, also those clouds are like glaciers. Oh man, that's some G's right there, dude. Gotta have your barf bags ready. Ooh, it's got... Oh no, that's... Oh, they're rockets. Oh my god, dude. I mean, where are we even supposed to be going? We're just kind of circling it. Looks like we broke off into the clouds. I think we're out of the Glorious's firing range. Whew. That was scary. Think about half the nerves of my body are now shot. Yeah, my heart's about to burst in my chest. Still, there's not much else the enemy can do at this point, right? No, we shouldn't let our guard down. Yeah, society has a bad tendency of ignoring stuff like common goddamn sense. We need to watch out till the second we land. There's an opening in the clouds ahead. We're entering the floating island's airspace. Kind of some rough weather, dude. Kind of dropping fast there. God, the thing is big. Wow, it like really is a city. It's got a big tower too. Dude, this is Ys. Okay? This is 10,000% Ys right here. Even looks like it's got a big ass labyrinth. We're now over the flying city, ma'am. Wow. Holy Stragus. So this is the jewel of ancient Samaria. It's even more mind-blowing than I imagined. Look at that enormous tower-like structure. Put good money on that being an important part of the island. If we're going to land, I'll put us down near that, Captain. Good idea, Professor. Echo, anything on radar? The Glorious? One moment. No enemy contacts within 50 slag. We seem to have left the Glorious in our dust, ma'am. Good. Look, slow down to 1/3 and begin landing. Put us down near that tower. Aye, ma'am. Huh? Dorothy? You're out of photo quartz already, girl, I swear. No, I have plenty of that, but isn't there something weird going on over there? What? What is it? What in the world? Oh no. What the fuck? Oh, dude, it's another Ring Guardian. Yo, we got some serious Final Fantasy X energy right now. We're gonna go fight on the main deck. Oh, it's Lowe. Oh shit. What will you do when your wings of hope are ripped from your back? I mean, that's just rude. Okay? Well, it's gonna be a hard landing. Oh, it's gonna be a very hard landing. Yo, that was like a lake or something. Can we land in that? Trails in the Sky. Finale. Well, not really. It's not our finale. We still got at least several videos left. I would like to end this in under 90 parts. Don't know how feasible that's going to be. I mean, the final dungeon in the first game wasn't that long. Granted, I did like half of it off screen, so... Estelle, wake up! You okay, Estelle? Well, we're all alive, because, as I said earlier, nobody dies in this game. Well, I mean, I would be very mad when our party members died, so it's a good thing, but... Are you alright? Are you hurt? No, I think I'm fine. Banged my elbow, but yeah, I'm okay. But everyone else? I'm not dead, at least. I'm fine. Oliver's fine. I mean, all of the main people are fine, but... Remember the other half of my nerves? Well, they're all quite gone now, thank you. Of course, Zen's okay. That's the closest I've ever brushed shoulders with death, I think. And she's asleep. I can't eat that much. For the... Guess I ought to be grateful she ain't hurt. Dorothy, wake up! Nap time's over. Nail? They all look super asleep. As well as it can be expected. Nothing seems broken over here. I'm unhurt. I think I'm okay. Thought we were goners, dude. A real miracle. Or perhaps he simply let us live. That's right. The one riding that thing, that was Lowe. Yeah, it was Lowe, no doubt. Son of a... In that case, I'm certain he stayed his hand. If he really wished to, he could have torn us to pieces. Kinda not sure how to feel about that. Dude, I'm so ready to fight Lowe. I want my rematch, dude. I want to kick his ass this time. It looks to be somewhere on the periphery of the island. We should step out and take stock of our situation. Because what was his gimmick last time? Wasn't it that he confused the shit out of you? And it was like real frustrating? He also had like infinite HP and did tons of damage. Apparently that fight's winnable. I think I've mentioned this a few different times, but like, you can win that fight. So many pictures. Dorothy, don't blow all your photo quartz in 5 minutes, alright? Gotta admit, this isn't what I expected at all. So what would our final party be? I mean, Oliver, assuming our orbits still work, or they work again. Oliver, definitely. Joshua, obviously. You gotta bring him. And then probably maybe Agate? Agate or Zen? Probably Agate. This is less like a city and more like a garden. I wonder. Perhaps this is like the city parks in certain large cities? It does sort of feel that way looking at it. Though I've never heard of a city park so huge you can't see the end of it in either direction. The scale of it does overwhelm. Seed? How the fuck did Seed get up here? What a god bird. Scree Scree. Thank goodness, I was afraid you'd been hurt or get lost. Don't worry, we're all fine too. Scree Scree, Scree 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 Scree. I see, thank you. Apparently we've crashed on the easternmost side of the city, and the Glorious is docked on the exact opposite side. Oh, we need one more person to fill the last seat. Let's let Sieg sit next to Zen, so every seat can be filled. The engines themselves are virtually untouched, and the flight field generator mostly just needs to be beaten furiously with a wrench. The problem lies in a lot of our finer systems. Our stabilizers, for starters. Ironically, we can plow forward just fine, but hovering steadily would be an issue as things stand. So we need to organize everyone we can for repairs then, so that's why we can't bring everyone. You know, they always have to find explanations for why everybody can't go together. I mean, basically every RPG that allows you to pick your party members and limits you to a certain number has that problem, but I may be an outsider here, but I'll help in any way you require. Thank you, Vander. That will solve the problem with the air cell, but our real struggle will be locating the Oriel in this massive city. Especially since it seems likely our friends in the society are already here. Yes, if they claim the Oriel, who knows what they may do with it. Given everything they've done until now, you have to imagine it would be nothing good for anyone else. We need to get out there and find a way to stop them. No complaints to that idea here. We should get moving right now. Trying to run off in multiple small groups would just be chaos, though. I think it would be wisest to use a single exploration team. Gotta find some kind of powered means of getting around the city. Trying to walk would take forever. What is it, Joshua? It's nothing, really. Anyway, the exploration team is gonna need backup. Ideally, we should have people ready to swap in and out as soon as the team returns to the air cell. Good idea. I'd like to join in myself, but right now I need to oversee the air cell's repairs. Let's go ahead and decide who's leaving first. Okay. One other member. Aside from the mandatory members. What do you mean, one other member?
Your aid, please.
Kevin, level 66. Go fuck yourself. Kevin, you're not awful, but you're also not good either. Also, there's like a missing spot here. Come on, Agate. Let's do it. No, wait. Our orbits do work, right? You remember we have no idea what's out there, society or otherwise. So don't do anything too foolish. Because, please, they didn't say our orbits work now, but like, they got to, right? They wouldn't make you do the final dungeon without being able to use arts on all but one character. I mean, that would be so stupid. Everyone else will remain behind on standby and help repair the air cell. Okay. By the way, that reminds me, one other small mercy. The shutdown phenomenon. Okay, thank you. Because I would have been like actually really salty about that. Like taking a lot of the complexity of the fights out of it would be stupid. I mean, it was a fun little like side diversion, having to like, oh, you gotta, you know, manage who gets to use arts. It wasn't really that big of a deal because Estelle can solo carry us, but I would be frustrated if they did do that, but thankfully they're not. The tactical orbit should work just as fine away from the air cell even without handheld zero-kill generators. Really? Well, hey! Grandpa, how can you tell? Well, truth be told, the biggest casualty of the crash was the R cell's CFG. Even with it in pieces, all our other orbital systems are operating just fine. Father Graham's theory seems to have been right on the mark. Right, the Oriel neutralizes foreign orbital elements. But if we can get onto the island, we can't be foreign, right, guys? So maybe there's some type of authorization thing is why the Empire, or not the Empire, the Society can do their stuff. Well, yeah, talk about small mercies. Going out there without any arts or anything would be kind of harsh. Take it that means the orbital workshop tools are also functional? Oh yes, everything survived the crash just fine. If you need your orbits tuned up, just say the word. Got it. Can I buy proxy puppets? Please? Please let me spend like all this money I've been banking this whole last chapter. I haven't bought anything. Okay then, is everyone ready to take a look around outside the ship? After you. Sorry, Estelle. I actually need to prepare something from the ship's storeroom. Something to help if I need to sneak around again. Could I ask you to wait a bit? Sure. Do you want some help speeding things up a little? It's sort of a one-person job. Also, he gets to read his letter. I don't think it'll take more than 30 minutes or so. Could you wait in the lounge until then? Okay. Don't take too long, Joshua. My man, you're a dude of many talents, but lying ain't one of them. I'm sorry, lying to her isn't. I think the one you should apologize to eventually is Estelle. Anyway, you sure? If you're right, this could backfire and mess you up, like, badly. I've made my decision. Kevin? Father Kevin? Please, you're the only one who can help. What is this? Alright, alright. I don't need laying on that thick. Come on, the little lie ain't gonna buy us much time. Let's get to the medical bay. Maybe trying to reverse something that, the society did to him? You're done? Sorry to keep you waiting. That, took a while. I don't mind, but are you okay? You look tired unless I'm crazy. Some of it took a lot of concentration. Don't worry, I'm fine. Well, if you say so, let's get going then. Okay, before we end the episode, because it's already long at this point, where's the shop? Wait, you sell stuff. Do you sell anything? Bitter omelet. Hell yeah, brother. Don't know what that does, but... Ooh, news. Now, why they have the latest issue of the news up here? Who knows? Give me 14 of these bad boys. Okay, that used way more money than I thought it would. Okay, I probably shouldn't spend all. We've got a lot of stuff we can trade in. And plus we have items to sell, so we've got plenty of money. Maybe shouldn't have bought quite so many consumables, but... Do you sell new swords? You do sell new stuff. Okay, I mean, I definitely want Joshua's upgrade, and I want Agate's upgrade. Don't really care about the other two. I just want to see... No. No proxy puppets. Once again, the smartest decision I ever made in the entire game was buying all these proxy puppets. We're down to 4. You know, we're almost out. We don't need this frickin' piece of garbage anymore, though. Don't want the proxy puppet on you. I want to save it. Let's save it for the final fight. Can you double buzzer all the way across the sky? But whatever. We'll do orbments and buying stuff off screen. Probably going to be it for this session. We will start the final dungeon, or I'm guessing the final dungeon. It's got to be the final dungeon, dude. Also, let me see. Okay. Oh, they removed the little tab. They faked us out. So we'll do some more tomorrow. This is gonna be the end of this session. Oh, no, wait. Our stuff. Has it been analyzed? I completely forgot about this. Okay, not everything is done, but our first stuff is done. We're at 48 minutes. I gotta stop. Okay. We'll read that in the beginning of the next video, guys. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.